friends, welcome back to my channel. And if you guys don't know me, guess small introduction, I do beauty and makeup tutorial videos slash vlogs, and now I'm introducing more kind of different types of videos that are related to my own interests to my channel, so welcome. So today is another episode or series, part of a series of my study tips type of videos, and I'm going to talk about my favorite pens. And yes, this might sound super nerdy to you guys, but yeah, if you guys are into this kind of stuff, then you'd probably enjoy it. So anyways, I'm just going to quickly gather my materials and I'll show you real quick. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk to you about are these pens, pens and highlighters. This highlighter, or sorry, these two highlighters are pastel colors, and they are from a brand, well, they're from the regular brand Pilot. Pilot makes pens like everywhere. They're like just the best, and they're the Frixion collection. So this one is also the Frixion collection, but this is the clicker pen, and this is the highlighters. And what I love about the Frixion collection is that all the pens and stationery that comes from that collection are erasable. And people their minds are usually blown whenever they see me in class highlighting or writing things and then like erasing it, and they always ask me what type of pens I use. And this is perfect for people who do high volume of study and have really expensive textbooks that they might want to resell later, or if you're the type of person who would take out textbooks from your library and you want to return them with no marks or anything, you can just get yourself one of these erasable highlighters and erasable pens so that you can highlight effectively, as I've shown you guys in my previous videos how I highlight large amounts of information, and not risk being fined, because you can just erase the pages that you highlighted and it'll look brand new. I did this when I was in school in the UK. As you know, I studied in the UK 3 years, and we had a lot of reading, and I didn't have the budget. Well, I did have the budget, but I didn't want to pay so much for textbooks, and added to the fact that I was an international student, and eventually I would have to pay for shipping boxes and everything to ship all my materials and everything back to Canada with me, and I just didn't want to have those expenses looming over me on top of everything else that I was spending money on. So I just, pretty much what I did, I just took out the textbook for the entire year. And yes, some people may say that that's being selfish, but I'm saying that's being savvy, because my library did host more than one copy of the textbook. It wasn't one copy, so other people were able to like get the same textbook, but obviously if everybody did this, it wouldn't work. So for those of you smart enough to do the same thing that I did, whatever, it's great, and it just worked for me. The only thing is, yes, there was late fees, but the late fees added up was still lower than the actual textbook itself, because textbooks are hundreds and hundreds of pounds, 50 pounds, 40 pounds, which makes it couple $100 when you transfer that into Canadian or American money, and even more for Canadian money because the exchange rate is higher. But anyways, on to the thing. Let me show you a quick demonstration. Here's my current textbook, and here are the pens. I'm just gonna draw like a little heart here with the highlighter. Looks like an average highlighter. On the back you have this, I don't know, rubber apparatus or whatever you'd like to call this. Basically it's the eraser. It's like a weird rubber thing, and all you do is press down like you would an eraser with pencil, and you just rub it out, and it literally makes the page look brand spanking new. See? The same with the pen. Same deal with the pen. This is one of the Frixion pens, and I like this one because it is in the 0.7 thickness, and I really like thinner writing pens, so I can just write whatever, messiness, and go ahead, and you can use a little bit of pressure and it'll beautifully erase your textbook and make it look brand new. Obviously, this paper that I'm writing on is very thin, so you do have some ridges when you press hard when writing your material, so it will have little ridges. But if you have a textbook with thicker paper, it wouldn't work. It would work much better. The same with the green. Just use a little bit of pressure. I find that using circular motions is the best with this one, especially on top of text. And as you can see, okay, you can still see a little bit of grain on it, but let me just, as you can see, it erases it perfectly. So those are the pens that I love the most. They're amazing. They're a little bit pricey. If you're from the UK, you can find these at Paper Chase, and they're a lot more expensive than they are in North America. When I purchased them in Paper Chase back when I was in the UK, they were like £3, which turned into $6 for me because basically the exchange rate was double, but it's so worth it. They last so long, and yeah, you can write a lot with them. They last really long, and yeah, they're just great. And if you're in the US, or if you're in Canada, they're about $2 for the highlighters, and for the actual pens, they're also $2. They're around $2 for both. So much cheaper. So if you're ever in North America, definitely stock up on these pens if you like them. And the highlighter colors are really cute. Let me just show you a page that I just highlighted. Look how cute the color contrast is with the green and the blue. And I love this color combo because it's very calming to the eyes. I'm used to using neon yellow, and that's like my go-to highlighter, but I find that these pens work great. They highlight perfectly. They just have the perfect amount of lift when it comes to the color. I don't know if that makes any sense. Not lift. The vibrancy is like the perfect tone so that it doesn't shock your eyes, and it's not so dark that it actually hides the text itself, so you can still see the text through the actual ink. So I find that these pens are perfect for that, and these are in the Pastel Frixion highlighter collection. The one that I dislike the most is I have the one in purple. That one's a little bit too dark for me tone wise, so it doesn't really bring the text up from the page, so that's the only thing that I don't. Okay, moving along, for a fancier pen to make notes in for a permanent pen, I would recommend these ones. These are the Pilot by Kakuno pens, also from Pilot, but this is from the Japanese manufacturers, and it is awesome because it comes, each of these pens, depending on what cap you get, they're not colored, they're both black, but depending on which one you get refills, and these are refillable pens, and they're also fountain pen I don't know, tips, which is really great if you love writing very thin words or having thin strokes and writing thin text. And it's also great because when you run out, you don't need to buy a new one. You can just buy the refills. And these are the black ink. And you can obviously buy colored ink if you want colored ones, but I just prefer to have like a nice stable black one. And what I love about these pens is not only it looks so dope, but secondly, I like it because it is very inky. It comes out, the ink flows out really, really nicely, and it beat out my what was that pen called? I can't remember. I lost my favorite pen, which is like one of the Pilot ones as well, the inky ones that had the same type of refills, the 7 something V7, the V7 pens, I think that's what they're called. But they're the same consistency, very inky, very nice, so you don't have to worry about when you're taking notes or whatever, the line skipping or it fading away as you write. So really, really like these pens. They're really great. They're not so great for thin paper, but if you have nice high quality notebooks and papers, it's really, really nice to write on. Okay, so another thing for Frixion, they also come in this style. I don't like this style, as you can tell, because when you take the cap off and put the cap on top, the eraser is blocked, so you can't erase. So that's why I prefer the clicker one, and also because I don't know, these ones are just so annoying to write with, because after you're finished with these, you can't really, okay, you could possibly refill them. You can open them up and get the refills. Frixion does sell the refills, but it's just not as fun, I guess. And I prefer these ones because the refills is like easier to do. You can just like twist it very, very, very easily as well, the same, and then you do the refills. And I also like the fact that it is a clicker pen, and it doesn't, the rubber is still exposed, so you can do things really quickly and without the fear of losing the actual cap. So that's another thing I wanted to say real quick. For writing on sticky notes, I really like this one. This is the Sharpie pen. Everybody has the Sharpie pen. It's like a basic, but I love using these to write on page flags like this, the Post-it page flags. These are also my favorite page flags. These ones and these ones, they're very, very expensive. They're like $4 a piece for a set of 36, and this one is a set of, I think there's 100 per little tabs. So they're really expensive, but what I found from buying dollar store ones and knockoff ones is that these ones are perfect because it doesn't damage the page due to the stickiness. Some of the other ones from the dollar stores are either too sticky, where when you try to move the position and rip it off, it will rip your page or rip the top layer of your A4 or A5 paper. And that's really, really annoying because it becomes like that fuzzy bit, if you know what I'm talking about. Another thing about these ones, it's sticky enough that you can not have the fear of them falling out. There's other ones that I purchased from like dollar stores or whatever, just knockoff ones, that they stick to the page, but then they fall off really, really easily after like a couple of days. And that just creates stress because you spend so much time on organizing and dividing up your notes and stuff, and then it has to just crumble on you. So I would definitely just stick with the Post-it brand. It's reliable, it's nice, and the plastic on top of it, because these are the hard plastic ones, the plastic on top of it is really nice because it is the right type of texture so that your Sharpie pens will write on them perfectly without you having to worry about it smudging off, and then it serves the purpose of becoming page tabs. Just wanted to also quickly show you different colors of the Frixion pen. They have like a light blue, and they also have the dark blue, and obviously the black. So that's that. Where's my dark blue pen? Here it is. And yeah, current love for pencil cases is this one right here. I got this one in a Korean stationery shop, and it's called the Black Elegant Cat. I really like it. It's a canvas texture, which I'm not usually a fan of because canvas gets dirty really easily, but I feel like this is a cheap enough one that I don't really mind getting it dirty. And yeah, it's just really cute. I love the silk screen on it with the little cat, and I think the same is really cool. And I've just been loving black and white type of things lately. I used to be really, really into sparkly things, so this is a Kate Spade New York pencil case that I own, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful pencil case, and I have a lot of my favorite highlighters in here as well. So just because I have a lot of time left before I have to leave my house for a dinner date thing, so I'm going to show you one more highlighter that I love. And this is not an erasable highlighter, it's a permanent highlighter, so if you have your own printed notes, I would recommend using these highlighters. And why I would recommend this is because these highlighters make for the best crisp lines. They're precise and they're accurate, and these are from Muji. And I love them because, as you can see, there is a clear plastic bit, and the felt tip is all around the perimeter, like a U shape. And why this is great is because when you're highlighting something, you can see through the highlighter itself, so you don't over highlight and highlight to the next word, and you can see that you're following a straight line on the actual letters that you want to highlight. I really want to give an example, but I don't have anything. Okay, I can show you this. As you can see, because it's clear plastic, you can see when to stop, like where to stop. So that's really, really great. So these are my favorite. This is my favorite highlighter for, what do you call this? Permanent highlighting. And I just lost the cap. Yeah, so, and then on the other side of these highlighters is this little nib right here, which is the same ink. And this is really great because sometimes if I want to differentiate things that are least important, then I'll just underline it instead of highlighting the entire paragraph or the word. So for example, if I want to make two sections of a paragraph mesh together and they're the same bit of information, but I don't want to highlight the whole thing, I would just underline it with the same color, and then I would be able to refer back to that as something not so important, but also like interesting to note. So that's that pink one with the back like this. And then the same thing like this. And I remember I was in Muji once and I was explaining to my friend why I loved these highlighters, and someone was like beside me and they heard too, and they ended up buying like 10 of these as well. So they're really great. They're quite expensive, but I still really, really like them. Okay, this is another luxury pencil case that I own. It's actually supposed to be a makeup bag slash a glasses case, but I just use this as a pencil case because I'm fancy like that and I love stationery. It's from Coach. I got this at a Coach outlet, and this ended up being only $19 after I handed in the coupon and after the daily sale for everything. So this was about, I believe this was like $40, but I had like 50% off, and then I had like another 20% off, so it was great. So oh, here's the V5 pen that I was talking about earlier. So this used to be my favorite one. Actually, the V7 is my favorite one because you can refill them. Or is it V8? I can't remember. Whatever. But now it's been replaced by my new favorite, which is this fountain pen one, also from Pilot. Okay, so this is another one. I believe everyone and their mom has one of these pens. These are the Muji pens. I like the ones in the 38mm because I do love writing really, really thin lines, and I love the fine tip needle point that is on this ballpoint pen right here. So that's that, another introduction to pens that I like. Okay, so that's the end of this video. I have to get going now, so I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video about study tips and stationery. And yeah, so that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Maybe I'll do one about post-it notes next, which is a little bit crazy. I don't know if anybody's interested in that, but yeah. And I will be doing a new video on study schedule and how to outline your study schedule soon. But I just haven't had time to do that yet, so yeah, that's that. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to comment down below for any requests of any other videos, subscribe for more videos so you can get updates, and like this video if you enjoyed the content. And that's that.